So a question in terms of, if you improve your breathing patterns, can life be a bit easier for you? I think it can. And I will talk about my own personal experience with this. You know, we have to ask, what determines our quality of life that we experience, and also what determines our productivity? What determines our energy levels? So we have to think about our state of mind, we have to think about our breathing patterns, and we also have to think about our quality of sleep. And I know for the first 25 years of my life, as chronic mouth breather and fast breather and upper chest breather, my mind was racing. But my mind was racing also because of the poor sleep and the fatigue associated with that. And it's striving, you know. You're trying to achieve and do the best that you can do, but you don't have the tools to do it because you're in this constant state of fight and flight and low energy levels. I started switching to nasal breathing. I started breathing light and breathing slow. My sleep improved. With my sleep improving, I had a better capacity to hold my attention to where I wanted to hold it upon. But also, when I started doing breathing exercise and really slowing down everything and breathing less air, I was able to improve my blood flow to the brain. That in turn can help to reduce brain cell excitability. Your brain cells aren't firing all over the place. There's a quietness that comes to the mind when you can optimize blood flow and oxygen delivery to it. Now, another aspect is that when you're softening and slowing down the breath, you have your attention on your breathing. When your attention is on your breathing, you're not consumed with negative or as much self-critical, self-doubt, self-sabotaging thoughts. Our thoughts can be the greatest sabotage of our performance. And whenever you are thinking and you're constantly thinking and thinking and thinking, how do you know that interpretation to be true? And probably you've spoken to your friends and your friends will give you a totally different side of it. So, you know, there's a difference between thoughts and thinking. A thought will arise, but it's when we latch onto that thought and we're thinking. And before, you know, I would be thinking, but I wouldn't be paying attention to the fact that I was thinking about something. Thinking was always happening in the background, but that thinking was often negative, unproductive, unnecessary, holding you back. So yes, if you think breathing has a role in terms of improving productivity, creativity, intuition, I would say yes. Your performance increases, better able to make decisions. Why? Because you're clearer-headed. You know, you're able to be more composed, you're better able to deal with stress, you have better energy levels because your sleep is improved. So there's so much going on. You also have a certain amount of resilience, that knowing that you can control your physiology going into a difficult situation. There's something tremendous about that. There's a comfort. So for example, you know, I'm not the best talker by any stretch of the imagination. I had to work on it, just as in everything in my life I had to work with. And before I get out on stage, and I could be talking, most recently was 1,200 people, I changed my breathing and I alter my physiology so that I can be in present moment, in flow, to allow the words to come out, to allow the right action to happen by itself. But the fact that I know I can do it takes the pressure off me. So I guarantee you, everything you do in life, if you want to reach your best potential, it's very important, not just an education that trains you how to think, but you also need an education that trains you how to bring a quietness to the mind, to hold your concentration, to control your thinking, to influence your physiology, and to improve your sleep. Now that might sound a lot. It's not really, because it ties down to the breath. Start with nose breathing. Start paying attention to your breath, but go beyond that. It's not just about mindfulness. It's not just about following the breath as it comes in and out of the body. Alter your breathing to change your physiology. You'll get so much more out of it. It's free. You have it for the rest of your life. What better tool could you ask for?